Hi there.
She was up in the attic.
What are you doing?
Hi, Eddie. Well, I'm here in the fire hole room.
Oh, with the big fire hole.
Yeah, the fire hole is here. This is the kitchen used to be underneath here, and the fire in this house was started at the stovetop, which was directly underneath this room.
Yeah.
So we fashioned a bridge with our contractor's ladder and a couple of pieces of plywood, so we walk over this hole. Today, I'm taking up the carpeting in this room because, you know, the carpeting has been here for, the fire was 19 years ago. This house has been open and abandoned for 19 years. This carpeting's been here. It's been harboring fleas and insects and, you know, cats. Cats have used it as a place to pee. So anyway, I got my carpet cutter.
Yeah.
I've already cut a piece of carpet, and I've got my contractor's bag all set up. And I'll show you the way I do this. You know, I cut a line here, and basically I'm just going to roll this up. What I do is I cut the carpet in strips, and then I roll them up.
Yes.
Because that's how they fit in the bag.
Okay.
And I'll show you what I do is I roll it up in a spiral like this. I set it down in the bag, and then I unroll it. And what that does,
unspiral it.
It unspirals, and it gives me a structure, basically. Oh, this is a little floppy. I've got the bag turned down quite a bit, so I'm going to bring some of this bag back up. There we go. Okay. So now I'm using the carpeting as a kind of structure.
Right.
And then I'll fill this with the rubber padding and other pieces of carpeting, and then, you know, and I'll just keep doing this, and it'll fill up.
Okay.
Got my tools laid out here. Got my knee pads on, because basically what I'll do next is I'll make a cut along the rubber padding. That usually works pretty well.
Yeah, you just be careful, you get close to the hole.
Oh, I'm away. Yes, yes. Yeah, I will be very careful close to the fire hole. If I fall through, I'll call you and say, "Come and get me! I fell through the hole."
It's not. Call an ambulance from next door.
No, it's not. I'm not going to fall through the hole. Okay. Anyway, let's see. I might as well go ahead and show you how this works.
Okay.
So I do the same thing with the padding.
Yes.
And you get to see what's underneath, which is this lovely gray linoleum tile from the 1950s or the 1960s. And I believe there's more underneath. I believe there's green sheet linoleum underneath this, but I'm not sure.
From the 1940s, or maybe it's white sheet linoleum from the 40s.
Yeah, you never know. Okay. Oh, my structure didn't hold up. I'm going to have to give it.
You
I'm going to have to give it some help.
Wide.
Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to keep filling this until. Yeah. Okay. You know, sometimes it works really well, and sometimes you have to wrestle with it like this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why we need another person.
Well, I've been able to do a lot of this myself.
Yeah.
While you're working at the library, I'm usually doing this in the daytime. So.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good enough for now.
Okay.
I'll call you when I get a little bit more done. Thank you, Eddie.
Okay. You're starting on the dangerous part, aren't you?
Well, it's still pretty solid. Yeah, this is where the fire was.
Yeah.
And so I'm pulling the carpet back.
Yeah.
And I just finished cutting another strip.
Right.
You know, so generally what I do is, you know, I just roll the carpet. But at this point, this is where it was burned.
Yeah.
And so it became very tough to cut. And also I was kind of close to the mushy part. So I basically just lifted it up and realized that I could just rip it over here.
Yeah.
And so I think what I'm going to have to do is I have to fold it.
Right.
And as I fold it, it feels crispy and crunchy.
Ew.
Because this is the part that got burned. So anyway, So this is where I'm about halfway through. You see, I took 2 strips of carpeting and padding from here,
Yeah.
and I'm going to do this one next. And so I'm going to see if this is going to roll up. It may or may not roll up. It's kind of, yeah, it's not going to roll up for me. I may have to cut this into pieces.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, anyway, that's where I'm at. Thank you, Eddie.
Okay. What's going on?
Hi, Eddie.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh, jeez, this looks hideous.
Well, it is hideous. It's the burnt carpet. And I just took up a big, from this area here, I took up this big crusty piece here.
Yeah.
And I'm folding up, I put it in another bag.
Mm-hmm.
And so I've got, basically, I have three bags set up. This one's almost full. But I'm going to have to cut these into pieces. The whole, these planks were here when we found the house.
Yeah.
And so someone put them here so that they could walk across the fire hole. I'm going to move them just for a minute.
Okay.
And here's the fire hole. It's about 4.5 to, about 4.5, 5 feet long and about 2 feet wide. We're going to have to knock a lot of this out. This hole is going to become a lot bigger.
Yeah.
Because we're going to reconstruct the floor and put in flooring and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
However, the fire, while it burned the structure here, it did not extend beyond, to the walls or anything else.
Yeah.
Except for some minor holes that can be patched in place.
Yeah. This area is unsafe to stand on.
But I do it. Yeah. See here, I'm able.
Yeah.
I'm able to do it, but then I don't weigh very much. I only weigh about.
I weigh at least 200 pounds.
Well, I weigh about 155, and so I'm a lightweight. I can walk around things like this.
Yeah.
And I'm very careful, so I can make it work. Okay, if you stand back a little bit, I'm going to walk over to where you are.
Okay.
And I'm walking along the edges. Now I'm back where the floor is really stable. Okay, and this part I already cut at the threshold.
Right.
So let's take a look.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Okay, so.
Oh, jeez. Oh, Edith.
Okay, I think I'm gonna have to cut this into a couple of pieces to get it to fit into the bag. But I'm gonna just set it to the side. Right. Good Lord. Okay.
Ratty.
Okay.
Oh, God, this door was a lot narrower. See where the tack strips are.
Yeah. Somebody had a narrow doorway in here, but we're taking this wall out because we want to make these 2 small rooms into 1 big room.
Yeah. I can't stand tiny rooms.
Yeah, me neither.
Claustrophobic.
Okay. And so what we've got is basically the same thing we have in the other rooms. We got this gray linoleum tile, and I imagine, and it's put down over something else that looks like sheet linoleum, and then under that is the wood.
Yeah.
So anyway, we have material to put over the hole to create a temporary bridge until this floor is rebuilt and repaired.
Yeah, I guess
Okay,
even
so-
those bunk bed slats.
Oh yeah, this was plenty. Okay, I'm gonna roll this up, and I'm just gonna. God, it's nice, burnt and crusty.
Ew.
Okay, Eddie.
Okay, just be careful.
Yep. Okay, thank you, Eddie.
Okay. What's going on?
Oh, hi, Eddie.
Hi.
Well, I got all the carpet and padding up off of the floor.
Yeah.
And I gave it a good sweep. And you can pan onto the floor and see what it looks like. As you can see, the carpeting is gone. I've got the carpeting rolled up into pieces in bags over there in the corner, and along with the padding. And you can see where the fire hole is in the floor.
Right.
And
jeez, it's huge.
well, it's about 5.5 feet by about 2.5 feet. And it's going to get bigger. We're going to have to remove more, we're going to have to remove all the damaged parts and basically replace and rebuild them.
Probably.
And then basically I thought, well, there must be, under the carpet and the padding, there must be 2 layers of linoleum like we found in the other room, but instead there's 1 layer of linoleum, and then under that are these pieces of masonite. Apparently this floor had some problems before the fire, and someone decided that in order to lay the linoleum tile, they had to put down masonite first, probably to help level the floor. And so when I took up the carpet and the padding, a lot of the gray tiles were just laying on the floor, so I just picked them up and put them in a bag.
Oh, okay.
And so at some point, I'm going to be taking up the tiles and then removing the masonite panels, and then we'll be down to the wood, and we'll see how much of the wood we can save and how much of the wood we have to rip out and replace.
Wow.
What I'm doing right now, I'm going to move over here, and you can look at this. The part I'm working on now are the tack strips.
Yes.
And these are, whenever there's wall-to-wall carpeting, these are installed along the perimeter, and basically they're nailed down, and they've got little spikes or tacks sticking up to basically hold the carpet down. So I'm just going by, and with each piece, I have to grab a hammer. I'm just taking a crowbar, and I'm lifting it up. There we go. And I've got a bag of the tack strip pieces. And basically every day, each of the days that I'm working on each section of the floor, I put the day and the date and the area, the floor area I'm working on.
Right.
And this is an 8-foot by 13-foot room. It's the fire hole room. And so in this baggie go all the little staples and nails and stuff I have to pull up. And in this bag go the tack strips. Okay, so anyway, that's what I'm doing now.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Eddie.